Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Aish and in this video I'm just going to be telling you guys how to get me to help you with your problematic piercing. So I've had my YouTube channel almost 2 years, and from the beginning I've been saying, look, if you've got a problem, message me. If you've got a problem, message me. For ages no one fucking messaged me, and now everyone is fucking messaging me. But if you make it hard for me to help you, I'm not going to help you. So this is basically a video on what you need to do to get help as quick as possible and to kind of make it easy for me. So I want to help you, and you know, we can build a little relationship and I can help you if there's any problems in the future. So the first thing I'm going to say is, because I'm kind of overloaded with messages and things like that, to weed out the people who are basically, you know, just seeking help but not really willing to give anything for it, I'm going to say you have to follow me on Instagram. If you message me on Instagram and you don't follow me, it's going to go straight to my requests usually, and I'm probably never going to see it. Or I might see it in a couple of months, or I might see it in a week. Or, you know, it really depends on if I'm looking in my requests. And I will only do that if someone's messaged me elsewhere and said, look, I've messaged you here. Or I'll do it if I see a notification for it. But generally, I don't get a notification for the message requests. And also, to me, at least, I'm helping you for free. If you can't even give me a follow and just support my work, then that is really fucking rude. Like, I'm not even saying like my last 5 pictures, although it would be nice if you did. But like, at least fucking follow me. You're asking for my help, so, you know, you clearly trust my work, so follow it. You might like it, and even if you're not in this country, you know, that's fine. You can still support me as a person. Essentially, to me, this is like making people pay in some way without making them pay money. So you're still getting free advice, but you still have to do something for it. I can't just be giving stuff away for free when the demand is so high anymore, basically. And it's not a lot to ask. If you can't do that, I really don't think you deserve my help, to be honest. Like, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything like that, but if you want my time and my professional advice and you're not paying, then you should at least give me something in return. Give me a fucking subscriber, like some videos, like whatever. But in general, I'm going to try and direct all of those kinds of questions over to Instagram because it's just easier to deal with. People can send pictures and all of that kind of shit. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, the second thing I need you to do is actually provide information about your piercing. I have so many examples of people who have just asked me something like, oh, my helix piercing won't heal, what shall I do? And they've given me no information, no context or anything like that to suggest to me why their helix piercing won't heal. Without that information, there's not a lot I can really do for you. Like, even if I see it, there's not a whole lot I can really do for you because I don't know anything about it. So here's the kind of stuff you need to include. I need to know when you got your piercing. I need to know how you got it. Was it with a gun or a needle? Because surprisingly, well, unsurprisingly, there are still people out here who don't research getting piercings with a fucking gun. But yeah, I need to know that shit. I need to know when the problem started. Has it been, you know, since you got it, or has it been, you know, like 4 months after you got it? I need to know if anything changed around when the problem started. For example, did you knock it? Did you bleach your hair or anything like that? Yeah? If there's any information you think might be useful, then let me know. Other things that I need to know are generally around jewellery. I need to know, at the very least, what your jewellery is made of. And you should know, because if you're getting a piercing, you should be asking your piercer. And if you're not, you really need to change that. Ideally, I'd also like to know what brand the jewellery is from so that I can verify its quality. I would also like to know the measurements of the jewellery you're wearing if you know them. And it would be good to know the jewellery history of the piercing. So if you've had a piercing for, say, 6 months and you changed it at 3 months to something else, either yourself or because your piercer recommended it, that would be useful to know. The third thing you need to do, and I cannot stress this enough, is if you're going to send me pictures, please do not send me pictures when you're in your bedroom with the lights off or in dim lights and I can't even see what's going on. I see so many people asking me for help and the pictures are so blurry. Like, my grandma can take a better picture than that. Like, if you don't have the angles or the lighting you need, then, you know, go outside or wait till light time. Or, you know, if you can't get the angle you need to get yourself, ask someone. Like, ask your fucking neighbour to just, oh, could you just take a picture of my ear? If it's that deep that you're messaging me, then, you know, you can fucking ask someone to just, look, could you just take a picture of my ear? I know it might look a bit mank, but could you just take a picture of me so I can get some help with it? Like, just you know, just send me clear pictures. I don't care how you do it. I mean, all the pictures I take of my ears are generally done myself, because I don't trust anyone to take nice photos of my ears. I'm not saying all my photos of my ears are nice, but to me, you know, they're nice and clear. It shows the jewellery and all that kind of stuff. I've just realised I'm not wearing my earrings. I'm getting to the stage where I'm going to start just ignoring people that send me a blurry ass picture when I ask them for a clear picture. Because it's just like, what do you expect me to decipher from that? I can barely even see that, you know, the attachment on the front is a ball. It just looks like a blurry dot. Like, it looks like the blimmin' moon looks in the sky. That's how far away it looks, and blurry and all that kind of stuff. Like, if I can't even see the shiny metal against your skin clearly, how am I supposed to see, you know, like, any changes in your skin or things like that? So yeah, send clear pictures. The fourth thing I need you to do is to remember that this is the internet. I can only see what you show me in the picture. I can't examine your ear, I can't look from different angles and all of that kind of stuff. So anything I say needs to be taken with a little bit of a pinch of salt. Like, things like jewellery quality and stuff like that, yes, you always need good jewellery quality no matter what the issue is. But, you know, if I say, oh, it could be this, you know, it could be the way you're sleeping on it, or it looks like it might be a bit too deep and that's why it's giving you problems. That needs to be, you know, double checked. Like, go get a second opinion. Make sure that this is the case before you take your piercing out and then blame me because you lost the piercing. Because this is just a picture. And as I said, I can't examine your ear. I can't see it properly. You can send me multiple angles, but it's not going to make a difference. It's still, at the end of the day, a picture rather than a proper examination with you in front of me. Another thing on that note is I cannot diagnose an infection. I cannot diagnose an infection via Instagram. I cannot diagnose an infection via Facebook. I cannot even diagnose an infection if there is a client sitting right in front of me. I am not a doctor. I am a body piercer. My job is to put holes in people and to put jewellery through it. Like, my job is not to diagnose infections. I can tell you that, oh, that looks like it might be an infection. You should go to your GP. But I cannot diagnose an infection for you. So please stop asking me to do that. The fifth thing I need you to do is listen. Now, when I say listen, I don't mean listen to everything I say and take it as gospel. As I said in my last point, some things will need a second opinion. But I didn't really know what else to title this point. But basically what I mean by this point is there are some things that aren't really, you know, arguable. No matter what the problem is, you need to sort these things out. And the reason that is because a lot of the time, finding what is irritating your piercing is a process of elimination. You fix everything else and then you see what is actually irritating it. So what I include in things that are non-arguable, what is the word for that? I guess they're compulsory. Yeah, I guess that is the only word I have in my head right now. But that's stuff like jewellery quality. You know, you want to be wearing implant grade jewellery and stuff of that standard. If you're not sure exactly where to get that kind of jewellery or, you know, what that actually means, then you can ask me, you can ask your piercer. Make sure that when you're getting pierced, you ask these questions and check it's this kind of quality stuff as well. But yeah, to me, that's non-arguable. Aftercare, like, I don't really think, like, if you're putting aspirin and stuff on your piercing and being like, oh, it's really irritated, and you're not willing to stop that to see if that's what's irritating the piercing even more, and that if you left it alone, it would be okay, then, you know, I can't really help you. I can't eliminate other things from your, I guess, irritation circle to know what's actually irritating the piercing. So for me, Aftercare is leave it the hell alone or fucking sterile saline solution. The next thing that is, you know, compulsory is that sleeping on your piercings. Okay, we all fucking do it. But if you've got a problem and you're serious about solving it, serious enough to message me and take up my time, then I don't want to hear, oh yeah, I do sleep on it, oh yeah, it's just a habit or whatever. I want to see you, you know, go and get a travel pillow and try and avoid that if you want my help with the piercing. Because it might be that that is literally just what's going on and that's why your piercing is fucked up. And you might solve your issues just with that one travel pillow. But if not, then once you've stopped sleeping on the piercing, I can see what else is left to solve. So stuff like that, you know, to me is, if you really want my help, it's bloody compulsory. Someone at some point will fucking comment or message me saying, oh, I don't have money to get implant grade jewellery, or I don't have money to get sterile saline, and I don't have money to get a bloody travel pillow or whatever. And my answer to this is this. I have been broke. I know what it's like to be broke. If you are broke, you should not be getting piercings. That is basically it. If you don't have the money to care for them or get them done properly in the first place with the right jewellery, then, you know, take it out. Literally, take it out. Because otherwise you're just going to be struggling with the piercing for a long time and it's probably not going to be worth it. It's so much easier to get it done professionally and get it done. It's so much easier to pay an extra £20 or whatever and get it done professionally with the right stuff in a great environment and all of that kind of stuff where your piercer is there for you aftercare wise and all of that kind of stuff. And to be honest, then you wouldn't even need me. But anyway, not the point. But yeah, it's so much easier to get it in those conditions and prevent any problems than it is to solve problems once they've arisen. So that is what I'm going to leave you with. But generally, like, if you're going to tell me you don't have money to get stuff, then look, take your piercing out. The sixth thing I need you to do is to ask yourself why you can't go back to the person who pierced you. A lot of people get pierced on holiday, which is generally a crappy idea. But they obviously can't go back to their piercer. So they, you know, message people like me who are willing to help. And that's fine. Why can't you go back to your piercer? Is it that you just can't be asked? Because if it is, just get off your ass and go. Is it because you don't think they're good? In which case, you probably need to find a reputable piercer in your area anyway. And most of these people messaging me aren't in my area where it's going to be me that they're going to come to. If it's not going to be me, it would probably make more sense for you to go and, you know, go to a studio, ask them what's up with your piercing, become their customer and all of that kind of stuff. Obviously make sure it's a reputable studio, do all of that kind of stuff. But this is basically a kind of like a question that looms over me a lot when people ask me questions, and it's just like, why can't you go back to the person who pierced you? I mean, I offer aftercare for my customers. Like, come and ask me about the smallest thing. I don't care. I don't care if it's not even an issue. I don't care if it's not even an issue. It's just, you know, that's just how I work. I want to know why you can't go back to your piercer. If you're coming to me, why can you not go back to your piercer? If that is not the case and you can go back to your piercer and, you know, you're just waiting until you have time and until then you're just going to ask me, I mean, to be honest, just go to your fucking piercer and don't waste my time. Because you need to do that. You will get better advice doing that as long as they're a reputable piercer. And you'll just benefit more in the long run by having someone physically checking up on your piercing rather than me looking at a photo on Instagram. So that is the end of this kind of ranty video, but also hopefully helpful in some way to tell you how to get some help with your piercings. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Just so you know, I've got loads of new stock over on wholeheartedlondon.com. This new high quality range not only looks stunning, but it's highly polished, internally threaded implant grade titanium, so it's great for your piercings too.